What's going on, guys? Welcome back with another tech update. Now, among other AIB partners like ASUS, MSI, Gigabyte, PNY and Palette, there is one more AIB named PowerColor that also makes some quality cards. They have released the AMD 9070 XT and consumers are liking the quality so far they are offering. Now, there's news that reports that PowerColor preparing the Radeon RX 9070 XT Red Devil with custom backplate, and they are set to launch extra backplates for its Red Devil. A special model called the Red Devil RX 9070 XT Special Edition is now confirmed to be in production, and it is based on the black and red variant, but it is not clear whether they have the same custom plates for the Spectral White Edition, though these backplates are magnetically attached to the already pre-installed backplate officially called Devil Skin and priced at $18 up to $41. I mean, geez, I'm not into these kind of extra waste, but to those enthusiasts who are interested, here we have the option available. And if you look these render plates, they are looking awesome on the card. So here we have the default one, and this is the one that is customized, and I mean, with the 8 pins, they are looking very awesome and looking very scary, also very powerful. So here we have the option if you are interested. Next up today is that MSI is set to launch the AMD B850 based MPOWER motherboard for memory overclocking that they once launched for Intel Z790 platform, if you remember, guys, and we did saw some good performance with tested memory timing. Now it looks like MSI is preparing a special board, the MPOWER, for AMD AM5 users. However, it's not the flagship motherboard, as MSI has replaced it with MEG series, and pricing for it is $1,000 around. But the MPOWER that was launched for Z790 last year tells a lot about the board, and it is basically an affordable design with some overclocking features. As I said, that this time around MSI MPOWER is scrapping Intel, and they will use the B850E chipset instead and will be called the B850M because of its form factor. It's a micro ATX motherboard, and the key feature to be noted here, as we can see here in this picture, we can see that we have 2 DDR5 slots rather than 4, as the board is designed to focus on memory overclocking, and the room for 2 extra DRAM is swapped with the M.2 slot. Also, the color scheme is changed from a black and silver to traditional black and yellow design, as we have seen that in the previous MPOWER. Next up today is that Nvidia GeForce RTX 5070 drops below MSRP in UK for the first time, and it's reported that the first RTX 50 graphics card has dropped below MSRP in the United Kingdom. The RTX 5070 made its debut last month. It was priced at 539 British pound, as we can see here in this pic. However, it is now available at 519 British pound, effectively a 20 British pound or 4% price cut. It's worth noting that according to Nvidia's official website, the actual price is currently 529 British pound, which still means that the card sold by Overclock UK is indeed below MSRP by up to 2%. And the exchange rates between the USD and GBP British pound have remained relatively stable, suggesting that the sales of the RTX 5070 from Gainward on Overclock UK could set a new low price benchmark for the foreseeable future. The Gainward Phantom 3 GPU isn't a high-end model, though it's basically Gainward MSRP. What is surprising is that this non-OC version is even on sale, given that both partners are usually reluctant to ship those cards, since they can easily earn 10 to 20% more by slapping a large overclock logo on without much effort. So a simple logo can earn you a 20 to 10% more of earning. However, there is no sign of the RTX 5080 and 5090 going below MSRP yet, while the 5070 Ti is basically an AIB only card. So the board partners are dictating the price MSRP more than Nvidia. Now, last up for today is the GPU Z update with support of GeForce RTX 5060 Ti and Radeon RX 9070 GRE. As I've shared in my previous video, and I said that AMD will launch 9070 GRE instead of 9060 alongside. But here we have confirmation that AMD is interested in launching the GRE, the Golden Rabbit edition, but now they have changed it and said that this is the Great Radeon edition, but for the Chinese market only. Both cards have appeared in the recent changelog for GPU Z2.65. Interestingly, the upcoming RTX 5060 Ti graphics card support is specifically for the 16GB model. Perhaps this means that the 8GB model is not launching as soon, and they have supported and the cards they have mentioned is 5060 Ti 16GB 5090 and RTX Pro 3000 Blackwell RTX 4000 GPUs from Nvidia side. And they also added the AMD Radeon RX 9070 GRE, AMD Ryzen AI, and iGPU Kraken and Strix Hello. And this update is also adding support for Intel. And what kind of interesting is that the Moore's Thread GPU, the former seen to be a long overdue update for A750E and A50E, the embedded solution not strictly for gaming. However, in terms of Moore's Thread, there is S3000 supported edit, which is a server GPU for hyper-virtualization. And that's it for today, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. I have more interesting news than these, so yeah, peace.